Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're in this 2024 Lexus TX 350 front wheel drive. This is a pre-production model, so this video we're going to be taking a first look at everything and taking it on a test drive and see what it's all about. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So this 2024 TX 350 is based off of the Toyota Grand Highlander, the new Grand Highlander platform. It's very attractive, very large 3-row SUV. This one's finished in wind chill pearl. Some people have differing opinions on it, but I think it looks pretty stylish. Got 20-inch wheels, MacPherson strut front suspension, multi-link rear suspension. Got LED headlights with LED DRLs and turn signals, along with LED fog lights as well. It's a very unique looking grille. It kind of looks like an EV at first glance because it's just so closed off. You have a power lift gate. Decent amount of cargo space with a third row up here. Under here you do get your cargo shade and some roadside assistance kits, along with a little bit of storage there. A 12-volt outlet over here. You do get a manual folding third row. You just push that forward and it folds down. This is a pre-production model, so the headrest doesn't fold down on that one. So you guys got to keep that in mind, that some of the features and fit and finish on this vehicle might be a little bit off, but this is not what's going to be in production. But see, that one works where the headrest folds down. But you get an idea of what the cargo space would be if the third row was able to be folded down. Go ahead and climb in the back seat here. The door handles have like buttons on them. They don't actually like open. They just have these little buttons on the back that release the latch so you can open the door. Do get a bench seat in the back here. No captain's chairs on this particular model. Go ahead and climb in the third row. All you got to do is pull that lever there. That slides forward and you're able to climb in back here. So in the third row, it's actually not too terribly bad. The seats are a little bit on the hard side, but I'm 6 foot and I have a decent amount of space back here and foot room to move around for a 3-row SUV. It's not too bad. I'd ride back here for a couple hours. I got about an inch of headroom. Over here you get a couple cup holders and a USB port, and that's about it for back here. All you got to do to get out is just press this button here, and everything just slides forward. Be able to push that up and easily get out of the vehicle. All right, now let's go ahead and climb in the second row here. Do get sunshades, also known as pleasant blockers. Some vents up here, and all the door handles, like I said, on the outside are button operated. Same with the inside. There are these little buttons on the bottom, and in case you have an emergency and need to get out and the buttons don't work, you just pull this lever twice and it releases the latch to open the vehicle. Back here you do get a couple map pockets, your climate controls, and a couple USB-C ports and a little bit of storage. You get a pull-down center armrest with a couple cup holders. No heated or ventilated seats in the second row for this model, but I'm sure you can get that in the upper trims. This is a very nice place to be. It's very comfortable. I can even recline and lean back pretty far too if I don't have anybody in the third row. Here's a shot of the dash. Very nice, very attractive, and we'll cover that when we get up there. So under the hood of the new TX 350 is a turbocharged 2.4-liter 4-cylinder mated to an 8-speed transmission. Makes about 275 horsepower, gets 21 city, 27 highway, and 23 combined. And I've been actually averaging 23 on the dot. It's pretty peppy. It's got plenty of power and enough to scoot it around. We'll get to more details as we go on the drive. Go ahead and take a look at the driver's seat here. So up front here you do get a power driver's seat, and I believe the passenger side is power as well, and they are heated but not ventilated. They're not memory either. Go ahead and climb in. These seats are so comfortable for the driver and passenger. They're very plushy, and they kind of remind me of like a 90s car where they're kind of like a couch. They're not like super plushy to where you just sink down in, but they're plushy enough and supportive enough for you to be very comfortable on a very long trip. You do get a 7-inch digital gauge cluster there and a 14-inch infotainment with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto capability. Up here you do get your climate controls. I'm not a huge fan of these climate controls because it's just tied in the infotainment, and sometimes this bar hides. Like if I go back into the Lexus app, that bar hides and I only have these to work with unless I go back into here and that pops up. It's just not a very good system in my opinion. I just wish they would just have physical controls for climate controls. I don't know why manufacturers are insisting on putting climate controls in the infotainment. You do get a backup camera in this model, no 360 camera in this model, but the guidance lines do move. As far as this infotainment system goes, it's pretty responsive. It's not too laggy at all. It's just your standard Toyota Lexus infotainment system. This does have a 12-speaker Lexus premium audio system that we will be testing while we drive. It sounds pretty good. Overall, no complaints with this infotainment at all. It does have navigation. I leave it on Apple CarPlay like most of you probably would. On here you got some vents, couple USB-C ports. There's a USB-C port for Apple CarPlay, wireless charger, and this slides out of the way to reveal more storage plus a 12-volt outlet down there. You do get a couple cup holders here that are also removable. You just kind of just press this unlock button there and you can just take them out if you want to do that. It does fit my water bottle pretty decent. It rattles around a little bit, but I mean, you'll see that on the drive there. Down here you get your gear selector. This is just that Toyota's weird gear selector where you just push it up and whatever and press this button to park. It's okay. I wish it was just a traditional gear selector. Brake hold, traction control, auto stop, start off, electronic parking brake, and you do get a massive center console that kind of opens in the center. Very unique. Over here you do get a glove box that's dampened and felt lined. Pretty decent size. You do get illuminated visor mirrors as well. You do get an auto dimming mirror in this model with HomeLink. Unfortunately, you do not get a digital mirror like I've seen in other Toyota products. You do get a sunglasses holder up here. Yeah, guys, this is a very nice interior here. The quality of the materials are very good. Everything that you would touch is soft touch, and everything that you would not touch is also soft touch, and a very, very high quality. Super happy. Lexus always delivers on interior quality. They've always done a really great job. This does have a power tilt and telescoping steering wheel, as well as automatic high beams and automatic wipers. You do get a couple paddle shifters back here and a button on the steering wheel to control the left side of the gauge cluster for all sorts of different menus you can choose from. Just standard Toyota menus. You get a G-force indicator. I'm not sure why they would have a G-force indicator in such a massive SUV like this, but you do have one. Over here you do get Lexus's Safety System 3.0 with lane tracing assist and adaptive cruise control. We'll test that out on the drive. All right, let's go ahead and take the TX for a spin. One thing I will say, these seat belts, all Toyota products, they tend to like lock up when you try to put them on. They're really annoying. They just like lock up all the time. Right off the bat, I will say this is a very, very plush and smooth ride. It's really not harsh at all over the Ohio potholes, and it's very luxurious. It's not floaty in any way, but it is very plush. This 2.4-liter turbocharged four-cylinder has plenty of low-end grunt, enough to move you around town pretty nicely. I'm very surprised for it being a 2.4-liter. It moves this big vehicle around very nicely. This also has a 5,000-pound towing capacity as well, so you'd be able to tow pretty much anything. As you can see, the rear visibility with that third row up with the headrest is kind of limited, and that's where that digital mirror would come in handy and be kind of useful for something like that. It's interesting, if you look at the gauge cluster here, when I hit the brakes, you can see my brake lights pop up on the bottom there. Let go of the brakes and hit the brakes, you can see that. It's pretty interesting. Kind of reminds me of the old school bus exterior light monitors that they had up by the driver. I'm not sure if you guys remember that. Pretty funny. does have blind spot monitoring as well. Pretty nice visibility. No real harsh blind spots at all. Put your foot to the floor. Shoots around traffic pretty nicely. It is so quiet in here. This is a very nice highway cruiser. It does have traffic sign recognition as well. You can see down there in the bottom left, if you can actually see that, it'll read, speed limit signs. Throw it into this corner here and give it a good old highway acceleration test. Front end likes to push like all these big SUVs or even crossovers do. Highway acceleration is very good. This is so quiet on the highway. I can't get over that. Now's a good time to test the adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist system. We'll go ahead and turn that on. Turn the lane keep assist, or lane tracing assist rather, and see how it does. Keep our hands close to the wheel. See if it can negotiate this turn here. Yeah, it's doing a really great job keeping it in the center of the lane. You can adjust your following distance right here. Pretty standard Toyota Lexus system there nowadays. Yeah, it works great. Let's go ahead and do a quick sound system test. This is Lexus's 12-speaker premium sound system. actually. I'm very impressed with the stereo system in this one. No complaints at all. It's just easy to drive, smooth. Transmission doesn't jerk around. Smooth power delivery. Just very, very nice. Let's do a quick 0 to 60 miles per hour test. Come to a complete stop here. And let the auto stop start system work. And punch it. It's pretty quick. We even spun tires too. As you can see, this is not very good for water bottles. They kind of just flop around. It may seem kind of annoying that I have the water bottle in there, but I do that on purpose because most people carry water bottles in their cars, and that is a selling point to them. This is one of the loudest roads in the area, and this is very quiet and very smooth. This road quality is absolute trash, and it's handling it really well. Yeah, overall, you have pretty good visibility out this thing as well. You don't really have massive pillars, massive A-pillars either. It's really easy to maneuver, get around, and see where you're going. Transmission is quick to shift, downshift, so you can pass people. It does some corners. Not bad. Do you have paddle shifters behind the steering wheel here? Actually really not that bad. They're pretty responsive. That's kind of funny. Road's kind of wet, so I'm not going to be really trying to throw it through here. Not too bad at all. It's pretty fun. This is a great platform. Now let's take it up this giant hill here. See how it negotiates the railroad tracks. These are rough, like butter. The engine does sound a little bit buzzy, but it's not that loud in person. I mean, if you put some music on, you're really not going to hear it. It's not your like Toyota's unrefined 2.5 liter or 2 liters that you kind of hear buzzing away all the time. Also helps that this has a regular transmission and not a CVT, but it's pretty smooth, pretty refined, pretty quiet. It's impressive. Time will tell on reliability with these turbocharged 4-cylinders, hefting this much weight around, but I mean, first impressions, guys, this is excellent. All right, some final thoughts on the 2024 Lexus TX 350 front-wheel drive. Overall, really impressed. This is a very nice SUV, very smooth, very quiet, very luxurious, good quality materials all the way around, very good driving characteristics. This is really a nice SUV. This one, as tested, is $55,000 though, and I haven't driven the Grand Highlander yet, but I wonder if this is worth the extra money as well. And like stacking up against the competition, I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? You guys think this is worth $55,000? I mean, they have a very good background in reliability, so I don't know. What do you guys think? A quick turning radius test. See if I can whip it around here pretty decent. Oh yeah, for as big as this SUV is, not bad at all. I do wish the backup camera was a little higher resolution, but I don't know, they might fix that in the production model. All right, that will be it on the 2024 Lexus TX 350. This was awesome. Thanks to Lexus for providing this vehicle for me for a week to film. Really appreciate it. This is a very, very attractive offering. Yeah, guys. It does have remote start too. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Paul's Place YT for some additional content and some behind the scenes. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and want to see more. And let me know what you think on the Lexus TX 350. All right, guys, take care. We'll see you in the next video.